Hey Squishies, welcome back to another vlog. This is 7 Deadly Sins, Season 1, Episode 8, The Fearsome Pursuer. This was alright. They went exactly where I was kind of expecting them to go with the whole Elaine thing, in that it was a straight up fridging for both Ban and King. Which, I mean, Elaine was fridged, and it was done on behalf of those two. So basically, her entire purpose in existing as a character is to give them something to be sad over, which is kind of a waste of a character. And kind of perpetuates the underlying problem that lies beneath fridging, which is that, women get treated as disposable. Women are far more likely to be killed off in ways that are about furthering another character rather than furthering themselves. So, for instance, with Elaine, when male characters die, it is much more likely to be a heroic sacrifice, or the climax of an arc, or their moment of redemption, or something like that. When women die in fiction, very often it is just so some dude can feel sad about it. That said, it's reasonably well executed. The whole fight with the demon was kind of cool, but felt a little bit out of place. The demon, just like there's a demon out of nowhere. I can only assume, though, that that's connected somehow with the apocalyptic stuff that's been mentioned in earlier episodes. That this war between this internal war within whatever the kingdom is called, is actually just, what gets the plot moving, and it's really going to be about this apocalyptic thing that probably involves a demon, and apparently some goddesses that sealed the demons away. So that's cool, I guess. The world tree's been burned. Generally, that's a strong indicator there's an apocalypse coming. Reminded me a little bit of Odin Sphere, which was an amazing PS2 game. I think there was a PS3 or PS4 remake a year or two ago. Regardless, fantastic game. Very well executed story rooted in kind of a fantasy version of Norse myth. They played around with it a lot, but the key stuff is kind of there. And it's like a Norse myth pastiche almost. In much the same way that this is a medieval fantasy pastiche. So that was good. But that continues to be this show's problem, is it reminds me of other better things constantly. Because it's in a genre that I've seen a lot of. And it's okay at best, most of the time. It's not bad, but it's not really doing anything remotely original. Or new. Or even, if affecting. If you want to do a plot-driven story, do a plot-driven story. Okay, fine. You don't need that much not everything has to be a character study. But if you're gonna do a plot-driven story, give the plot some twists and turns. Don't make it a big pile of things we've seen before. Do something unexpected. So far, this has been a big pile of things we've seen before. The conflict between Ban and King over Elaine is both predictable and familiar. Elaine sacrificing herself for Ban, predictable and familiar. you know, this is there's a difference between pastiche and heap of cliches, you know? A pastiche, when it's done well, yeah, it heavily reflects the work or genre or whatever that it's pastiching, but it also recontextualizes it, it comments on it, it does new and interesting things with it. And this, so far, mostly doesn't. Another example, the Holy Knight that's chasing him, Julia, something like that. Kind of reminds me of Zealous in the sense that from the Slayers, in the sense that she never opens her eyes, she's completely unflappable, she's always smiling while being actually evil. And, like, she's tremendously powerful, hard to hurt, lots of explosions wherever she goes. It's all very Zealousy. The problem is that Zealous is one of my, longtime favorite anime characters, and she isn't. She's just kinda there. To be, the obstacle that they'll overcome. They need a cliffhanger at the end of this episode, and fairly obviously King is going to kill her next episode. Or at least be instrumental in her defeat. Because, she was fighting 3 of them to a standstill, 4 will defeat her. Yeah. I don't want to be... I try not to be hypercritical. I try to look for the good stuff. And... like, last episode had quite a bit of good stuff. This episode, like, the fact that it's reminding me of these good things is not a bad thing in itself. It's just that it's got nothing new to say. And nothing new to do. And so, it's like, oh, it's another, generic kind of shonen series. There's no... real surprise here. There's no characters I'm super dedicated to. I am just kind of following along for the ride. Hoping that it'll get good, hoping that I'll get invested. I want to be. I don't want to spend half an hour a month watching a show that I don't care about. Just because I've been commissioned to do it, I want to like it. And I'm trying to. But it doesn't always make it easy, just because there's not a lot of there. It's pretty. It's got... some... the world building isn't that novel. Characters having unique magical powers, okay. Like, each person has a signature ability. That's a pretty typical setup in a lot of things. I'm waiting for either something that surprises me, or at least something that takes it in a direction other than where it seems to currently be going. Elizabeth coming into her own. That'd be awesome. As the cast grows, Meliodas is getting shoved more and more into the background, which is great, because I don't like him at all. Maybe King will turn out to be really interesting once he's no longer vengeful small child mode. Maybe one of the other 3 will turn out to be awesome. Who knows? There's nothing here that makes me say, oh, I hate this series, I'm going to rage quit this series. I've definitely watched worse things for either this channel or the associated blog. Some of them things that were well liked. I feel like if I'd watched Escaflowne when it was new, it would have been really exciting to me, but it left me kind of flat. Kill la Kill, I just straight up disliked. I'm hoping that this goes in new directions, that it finds something. Right now, it's just teetering on that edge of maybe there's somewhere this could go that's good, but right now the paths it's taking all seem to be kind of eh. So yeah, that's about it. Hoping it picks up, hoping we get more interesting stuff like last episode. Maybe they'll do something cool with the Necropolis. It's a cool looking setting, if nothing else. And yeah, that's about it. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Patreon for early access to gaming videos, vlogs, essays, and more. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye!